Childhood is the foundation on which every human life is built. The thoughts we think, the beliefs we hold, the relationships we create, the way we handle stress, fear, love, and even success, all are shaped long before we reach adulthood. This makes child psychology not just an academic field, but a roadmap for understanding how humans become who they are. It is the science that studies how children grow emotionally, mentally, socially, and behaviorally, and why those early patterns matter for the rest of life. Understanding child psychology is essential not only for parents and teachers, but for society as a whole. When we understand the inner world of children, we help them grow into healthier adults, reduce future psychological struggles, and build stronger communities. This is why experts often say, if you want to change the future, start with the children. In this 2,000-word piece, we explore why child psychology is so important, how it influences development, and how knowledge of this field can transform both childhood and adulthood. A foundation for understanding human behavior. Every adult personality begins in childhood. The fears we carry, the confidence we show, the way we respond to conflict, much of it is formed between early childhood and adolescence. Child psychology helps us understand these foundational roots. From infancy, children are absorbing the world around them. Their brains are developing at an incredible pace, wiring connections that influence how they learn, feel, and behave. If a child grows in a supportive, emotionally stable environment, their brain forms patterns that help with self-esteem, resilience, and emotional balance. If the environment is stressful, neglectful, or unpredictable, the brain adapts too, but in ways that often make adulthood more challenging. Child psychology helps adults interpret these early signals. Instead of labeling a child as difficult, quiet, too emotional, or stubborn, we begin to understand the psychological needs behind the behavior. This perspective prevents misjudgments and encourages more supportive, effective guidance. Understanding emotional development. One of the core roles of child psychology is recognizing how children feel and how they learn to express emotions. Children are not born with emotional intelligence. They learn it through interactions, environment, and guidance from adults. A child who is taught to talk about their feelings learns that emotions are safe and manageable. A child who is constantly shut down, invalidated, or punished for emotional expression may grow into an adult who suppresses emotions or struggles with anxiety. Understanding emotional development helps caregivers respond to tantrums with empathy instead of anger, recognize signs of emotional distress early, teach healthy coping mechanisms, help children label and manage feelings, build a foundation of emotional intelligence that supports future relationships. When adults understand that children's emotions are often too big for their small bodies, they shift from punishment to guidance. This creates children who feel seen, heard, and emotionally grounded. Social development and relationship building. Children learn how to relate to others through early interactions. Whether through play, family dynamics, or school environments, they begin to understand trust, cooperation, communication, empathy, and boundaries. Child psychology helps explain why some children are shy, why some struggle with sharing or making friends, why others become overly aggressive or withdrawn, how attachment styles form, why early peer relationships matter. When adults understand social development, they support children in forming healthy relationships rather than forcing behavior they aren't developmentally ready for. They notice red flags early, such as bullying tendencies, social isolation, or insecure attachment, and intervene before these patterns become lifelong struggles. Cognitive development and learning patterns. Learning is not just about school. It is about how children think, solve problems, ask questions, and explore the world. Child psychology explains how thinking evolves from simple curiosity to complex reasoning. By understanding cognitive development, adults can identify learning styles, support intellectual curiosity, detect learning disabilities early, encourage critical thinking, avoid comparing children unfairly, set developmentally appropriate expectations. A child who is misunderstood academically may grow up believing they are not smart, even when the issue is simply that their learning needs were never recognized. Child psychology prevents this by helping adults tailor learning approaches to each child's developmental stage. Building healthy self-esteem. Self-esteem is one of the strongest predictors of future psychological health. It affects relationships, career choices, mental health, and resilience in adulthood. Child psychology helps adults understand how self-esteem is built and how easily it can be damaged. Children develop self-worth by receiving encouragement, feeling capable, being given responsibilities, making mistakes without shame, being loved without conditions. Adults who understand child psychology avoid harmful practices like overcriticism, comparison, or dismissive language. Instead of saying, "You never listen," they learn to say, "Let's try that again together." Instead of shaming mistakes, they frame them as opportunities to learn. This approach raises children who trust themselves, believe in their abilities, and grow into confident adults. Early identification of psychological issues. Child psychology also plays a critical role in detecting mental health concerns while they are still manageable. Many adult conditions, anxiety, depression, PTSD, personality disorders, have early signs in childhood. Understanding child psychology helps adults recognize a persistent sadness or withdrawal, extreme fear or worry, a hyperactivity beyond normal levels, delayed speech or learning difficulties, unusual aggression, eating or sleep issues, trauma responses, signs of neurodivergence. Early intervention is often the difference between a child who struggles throughout life and one who receives support early enough to thrive. The role of environment and parenting styles. Parenting styles significantly shape a child's psychological development. Child psychology identifies four broad parenting styles. 1. Authoritative, high-warmth, healthy structure. 2. Authoritarian, strict rules, low emotional connection. 3. Permissive, high-warmth, little structure. 4. Neglectful, low-warmth, low structure. Children raised in authoritative environments tend to develop the healthiest psychological outcomes. Those raised under authoritarian parenting may grow fearful or rebellious. Permissive parenting can lead to lack of boundaries, while neglectful environments can cause deep emotional wounds. When adults understand these patterns, they can adjust their parenting approach, provide healthier support, and break generational cycles. Impact on behavior and discipline. Child psychology teaches that behavior is communication. A child acting out is rarely trying to be bad. They may be overwhelmed, anxious, hungry, tired, confused, or emotionally distressed. Understanding the psychology of behavior helps adults replace punishment with teaching, understand triggers, identify root causes, respond with empathy, shape behavior through positive reinforcement. This approach reduces long-term behavioral problems and nurtures emotional stability. The influence of trauma and adverse childhood experiences. Trauma in childhood, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, changes brain development. The famous ACE, adverse childhood experiences, study shows that children exposed to trauma are at higher risk of depression, anxiety, addiction, relationship struggles, chronic illnesses, self-esteem issues, difficulty with trust. Child psychology helps adults understand trauma responses and support children in healing. It teaches caregivers how to create safe environments, encourage emotional expression, and seek professional help when needed. Supporting identity formation. As children grow, they begin to question who they are. They explore their likes, dislikes, values, dreams, fears, and personality traits. This identity formation shapes how they view themselves in the world. Child psychology helps adults support this process without imposing their own expectations. It encourages giving children space to express themselves, try new things, make decisions, and grow into authentic versions of themselves. Shaping future relationships. Children learn love, trust, communication, and boundaries from the relationships they experience growing up. This forms their attachment style, which deeply influences future romantic, family, and social relationships. When adults understand child psychology, they model healthier relationships around children. They teach respect, empathy, communication, apology, forgiveness, and emotional safety, all essential elements for future stable relationships. Building resilience and coping skills. Life is filled with challenges. Children who learn resilience early handle adulthood far better than those who don't. Child psychology teaches adults how to help children navigate disappointment, solve problems independently, a manage stress, practice patience, a recover from setbacks. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about learning how to move through them. Adults who understand this raise emotionally strong, adaptable individuals, creating supportive school environments. Teachers and educators benefit deeply from understanding child psychology. It helps them manage classroom behavior, understand each child's needs, identify learning struggles, build trust with students, encourage creativity and curiosity. Schools that incorporate psychological understanding create environments where all children, not just the academically strong, can thrive. Enhancing communication between adults and children. Child psychology teaches adults how to communicate with children in ways that make them feel respected and understood. Effective communication with children includes listening actively, speaking calmly, avoiding shame-based language, explaining instead of demanding, giving choices, being patient. Children who feel heard are far more likely to open up, seek help when needed, and develop healthy communication habits for life. Breaking generational cycles. Many adults raise children the way they were raised, even if it was harmful. Child psychology offers an opportunity to break these cycles. It gives adults the knowledge to raise children with more intention, compassion, and awareness than previous generations. By understanding childhood development, adults can correct past patterns, heal from their own experiences, and create healthier family dynamics. Preparing children for adulthood. Ultimately, the purpose of child psychology is to help children grow into healthy, balanced, emotionally intelligent adults capable of forming relationships, handling responsibilities, and contributing positively to society. Children who receive psychological support are more likely to make better life choices, build healthy relationships, pursue meaningful goals, manage emotions, succeed academically and socially, avoid harmful behaviors. Child psychology is therefore an investment in the future, not just of one child but of entire communities and generations. Child psychology is one of the most important fields of human development because it shapes the very core of who we become. Understanding the inner world of children helps adults guide them with empathy, protect their emotional health, support their learning needs, and prepare them for a successful future. Every child deserves to grow in safety, understanding, and love, and child psychology gives us the tools to make that possible. It allows us to move from reacting to children's behavior to understanding it, from correcting children to guiding them, and from raising them based on tradition to raising them based on knowledge. When we understand children, we change not just their lives, but the world they will one day lead.